大家好，我是 Shang Guan Jie Wen, your friendly neighborhood Ren. Hello, my friends. Today I want to talk to you about universities. In America, Americans believe that American universities are the best in the world. Most people in the world do. The English like to say Cambridge and Oxford are still relevant, and they are somewhat relevant. But I would say that, honestly, Harvard, UC Berkeley, and Stanford, as far as America goes, and a few other universities, University of Pennsylvania and others, are considered the best. Yale, Princeton. China has some amazing universities too. BFA, Tsinghua University, PKU, Renmin University, just to name a few. There are some absolutely amazing universities here in China now. I want to consider some economics. If you go to some of the best universities in China and you pay premium for a really good major, you're paying maybe 10,000 RMB. That's like $2,000 or $3,000 a term or a year. That's ludicrous compared to American prices. You go to Harvard, a year, you're talking about $500,000. So like 200 times more for the same kind of university experience. Now, people in America, some people, some small elite percentage of Americans, 2 or 3% of Americans, can afford that and pay for that, and so mommy and daddy shell that out. Most people can't afford, $500,000, $1 million to go to college. So they take out student loans. So the government gives student loans, and then the government charges 6.9% interest, way above market prices in the United States, to pay those back. So some people graduate from these universities, and I'm talking about state universities too, are at least 10 times more expensive than the universities in China, and people have to take out loans for those also. So then their first job doesn't pan out as well as they thought, and their student loans start blowing up. Someone who graduates with just a bachelor's degree and owes $30,000 or $40,000 might be making a payment to just pay on the interest, plus or minus just a tiny little bit amount of money. So in the end, they might 10 years down the line owe the same amount of money that they owed in the beginning. Or worse yet, they didn't get a very good job at all, and now they owe double or triple now. Now they owe $100,000 10 years later for a loan for a degree that they probably didn't really need. As you know, most of the most successful people in America didn't finish college. Mark Zuckerberg didn't finish college. Bill Gates didn't finish college. Elon Musk didn't finish college. These are some of the most successful people in America that didn't finish university. So people are going to university and studying things like history or philosophy, which are not that practical in real life in America. And then they're going out and getting jobs at Starbucks, not able to pay back their student loans. Right now, today, in the United States, $1.7 trillion is owed in student loans. And student loans are temporarily on pause because of the COVID-19 emergency. But I think it's September of this year, interest will start ticking and people are supposed to start making payments. Now, everyone's saying, oh, the United States economy is doing really well. They're going to grow at 7%. Yeah, they're going to grow at 7% because they declined their total overall economy last year. And it's going to take this year just to catch up. And then they'll be back down to something like 5% growth next year and probably back down to 3 or 3.5% growth the years after that. That means that these same people will still be crippled by student loans, and it's just getting worse year after year after year. Eventually, if the government doesn't do something about it, this is going to be another 2007, 2008 huge bubble that's going to bring the United States economy crumbling down to its knees. So either the Congress and the President of the United States find some way to alleviate this debt, or these people, these 60 million most educated Americans there are, except for like 1 or 2% of them, are not going to be able to buy a house, and that's going to cripple the economy. They're not going to be able to buy nice cars. That's going to be able to cripple the economy. They're not going to be able to continue their educations, and that's going to cripple the economy. They're not going to be able to get the kind of jobs that they need to be innovative. They're going to have to just get a job, any kind of job, so they can keep making payments, and that's going to cripple the economy. All of these reasons, even in spite of the fact that the United States does have a very good university system, it's actually holding the United States back instead of helping the United States. Whereas here in China, there are universities everywhere. They're extremely affordable, and they're churning out millions and millions and millions of students all the time who are highly educated and don't have debt, so they can go pursue their dreams and their careers and innovate and create this amazing Chinese economy. And that is something that it's really easy to notice as an American coming over here. This is not so much true in Europe. In Germany and France, these kind of universities are actually either free or so cheap that it doesn't matter. In Holland, they'll pay you a stipend just to go to university. So in addition to your university being paid for, you're paid to go to university. It's like a job. So if the United States doesn't fix this, it's going to be much easier for China to pass up the American economy, because all of the most educated people are going to be crippled by this terrible financial burden that the United States has put upon them. All right, we'll see you next time, my friends. Bye-bye.